right, welcome back. This is gonna be my first like real trail ride on this new bike. We're in Malibu on the Backbone Trail. This is the Encinal Canyon portion of the Backbone. This is like one of my favorite little bits of this trail that I've ridden. We're gonna ride two today actually, all the way up to Circle X Ranch. There's a little, like, look at all these rabbits, what the hell? There's a little summit that we can bag. It'll be about a 20-mile ride out and back on some good single track. And it's kind of chilly and wet, I hear this morning, which is kind of nice actually. Hoping that we can get above the clouds. And this ride is kind of taking place in between the LA Invitational event, which was last weekend.
Yeah, also the bag. So I didn't know that, but I've only ever done 7-day trips. Well, then, you know.
My next event, which is this coming weekend, which is the LA Tourist Race Great Descent. So I'm just out here getting a nice little like semi-chill training ride in, because I will have a lot of climbing to do and a lot of miles to cover next weekend. I wish I was filming that, but I'm definitely the first person on the trail today, because I just demolished a spider web that was across the whole trail. I saw it. It was covered in like water, so I could see it, and I just couldn't stop in time. Oh, that sucked. Okay, I don't think the spider's on me though, so that's good. This new bike is a hardtail. It's a steel hardtail made by Wilde. It's called the Darkstar. I had the custom frame-up build by LA, the bike shop in Highland Park. They're fucking awesome. They did an amazing job with this build. It's pretty top of the line. Feels way too nice for me to own, but it's mine. I chose out all the parts for it individually, and it was a cool process. And it rips. It's so light. Like, that's the first thing I noticed about it, was how much lighter than my stump jumper it feels. It feels like I'm flying up this. I'm usually pretty fast up this trail because that's not steep, but I feel extra fast today. I have the 130 millimeter pike on the front. I took off my Code RSC brakes from my stump jumper, so it's same brakes. They're awesome. Oh shit, got hung up there. Had my buddy Tanner who was on the Catalina trip with me. He's a really awesome bike mechanic. He built these wheels for me. Velocity blunt 35s with White Industries hubs, chromed out. They look fucking sweet. GX drivetrain with a much lighter XO1 cassette. Bars are Hunter Cycles smooth move low bars with a little bit of extra back sweep for hand comfort. And the stem is a Thompson. And then Chris King headset. Wow, flying. Definitely the first person up today, so I am disturbing all the wildlife. I did also hit a second spider web, so just hoping they're not on me. Man, it feels so good to be on a hardtail again. My first bike was a hardtail. I liked it, but I think it was the wrong size for me. And it was also just like a really cheap frame, but got me into mountain biking. Had it for a few years, rode it really hard, crashed it a bunch, ended up getting the Stump Jumper, which I had for like 3 or 4 years, and I loved it. But lately I've just been feeling like, wouldn't it be nice to just have a simpler machine? I could have the bike that's half the maintenance, and it's kind of catered more towards like my riding goals at the moment, which are cross country and like endurance focused rides and races and bike packing and all this stuff that like a full suspension could be used for, but isn't the most ideal tool. That's kind of when I heard about, the benefit of steel as a bike frame material. I got a steel road city bike, and I absolutely love how that frame feels. And it got me thinking, like, what if I had a mountain bike that felt like this? That's kind of where I landed with this. You definitely know that you're on a hardtail, like you still have to ride with a bit more mindfulness, like especially when the riding gets faster on downhills and stuff. Like you'll feel that you don't have suspension, but with the frame and the wheels and the tires combination that I have, it just kind of feels like muted in like a really weird way. It's my first time experiencing that with a mountain bike, and it's nice. I think it's kind of perfect for 90% of the riding that we have here in Southern California, which like we have some pretty insane downhill tracks, but I wasn't going on those with my old bike anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we also have a lot of really dope, national forest tight single track that isn't necessarily like technical riding because of the terrain features, but like maybe just like the exposure of some of those trails. So you're going slower anyway, and you have to climb a shitload, upwards of 3,000 feet sometimes on a lot of those routes. And I like it. I like climbing. So I wanted something that was better for that. I'm really excited to like get more familiar with it and ride it higher and farther. We're about at the top of this first section of single track. So then we have a little bit of fire road and then more single track. Ha! Spider web. All right, here we are. Top of the first section. Not too bad. It only took me about 35 minutes. Ooh. Make it steeper for a little bit up this fire road, and then it'll eventually become single track again. Can't really see anything. Sun. Come on, baby. Blue sky, let's go. Yes. Where is it? Where's the steep spot? It's coming up. Yeah, here it is. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Could have been. It didn't feel as bad as it normally does. Good job, bunny. Oh, yeah, I guess that was that little spot, huh? Crazy. Okay, and we keep going over here. Got like 5 seconds of sunlight. It really is a shame that we're socked in today with this fog, because this is probably the most scenic part of the entire ride. I'm getting soaked. Whoa, honking. Jesus Christ. Whacked. Oh my God. Yeah, that'll scare any animals away. I know that if I'm passing this tree, that the peak is like right there, right in front of me. Look at these flowers. Such a nice little traverse. I feel like people don't give the backbone like enough credit. It's a really awesome trail. The final section of it in Will Rogers State Park got burned and has not been reopened yet, but that descent off the ridge back into, Palisades, in my opinion, one of the best single track descents in all of LA, and it's out of commission right now. Who knows? It's kind of always been plagued with issues with erosion and stuff, being overgrown. And in January, literally 2 days before the fires, I rode it, and it was in like perfect condition. And then 2 days later, it was gone. We're close. We're very close. Yeah. Sun. Let's go. Hell yeah. Oh. Holy shit. We made it. Here's where we are. At the top, couldn't tell you what the name of this mountain is, but it has a name. There's like a little pagoda or something up here. And that way, which you can't see right now because it's blocked, is Sandstone Peak, which is one of my favorite hikes in the area. And yeah, we got a little bit of sunlight for a minute. All right, we're going down. All right. Chill, now it's kind of just. God. Wow, this fork is good. Back on the backbone. It kind of feels like I'm on the edge of the earth up here. Look at these clouds. Crazy. Yeah, I mean on this kind of terrain, like with the tires and the wheels and the frame, I barely can tell that I don't have suspension in the back. It's like that smooth, it's crazy. Whoa. Oh shit. Okay. A little nose heavy on that guy. Yeah. Look both ways. See if we can climb this shit. Oh, nice. Took a branch to the head though. Okay, it's like 2 climbs left, I think. Climb 1. We have 1 left, and then it's just all downhill to the car. Okay, here we go. This one's not as long, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. Oh, here we go. We got some views now. Let's go. Actually see. Nice. Wow, look at that. It's kind of a pretty insane view. been so much fun. Ah. Oh, fuck. I thought it went straight. Still got a little bit left. Fuck you, Cybertruck. Hi, just me.
Have a good one.
You too. Wow. Damn, I saw fucking nobody. Where the hell is everyone? Oh my god. Yeah.